So good morning, everybody. Today, April 26th, 2021. The class is for Master in Business Administration, second semester students. The subject is Human Resource Management. And the topic that we are going to discuss is concept of job analysis, right? So in the last lecture, we have completed with the human resource planning. In this lecture, we will be starting with job analysis. All right. So here we go. Now, job analysis is a process by which we can discover and identify the pertinent and important information about the nature of a particular job. Right. Job analysis is the process of obtaining all the pertinent information about a particular job. Right. It determines the task that comprises the jobs, the skills, abilities, responsibilities, etc., which are required by a worker for successfully performing that particular job. Right. Job analysis is a systematic collection of data about each job in an organization. Right. Job analysis is a systematic collection of data of each and every job in an organization so that it may be redesigned in such a manner that it look distinguished from the other. Right. So job analysis is not done for a particular job, but it is done for each and every job. But for every job, job analysis is different. And why it is, for every job, the job analysis is done, and every job is designed in a different manner so that different jobs should look different and they should not look alike. Right. Fine. In the job analysis process, we collect the data about the job, then analyze the data, and finally, with the basis of analysis, we provide certain on the basis of this analysis, we may be able to determine the duties, responsibilities, skills, knowledge, etc., which are of which a job is composed of. I mean, what duties you have to perform if you are on that particular job, what responsibilities will be there, what skills you will be needing to do that job, what abilities you will be needing to do that job, and so on and so forth. This data can be classified into different forms, right? Let us see what are those forms. First, job analysis provides the following information, as you can see on the next slide. Right. Job identification. You have to identify the job. What is the identification of the job? What is that particular identification by which you will be distinguish this job from another job, or what is the identification from which you will be distinguishing one job from another job? Right. Its title, including its code number, the title of the job, like assistant manager, deputy manager, supervisor, foreman, including the code. There is a specific code for each and every job, so that there may not be any confusion. If you look at you might have boarded trains and number of times. If you look at the trains, then there are two things: train name and train number. Train number is always there, and railway department always entertain train with the train number, because the train which are up and down, both are having the same name. Like Lucknow Swarna Shatabdi is, when it goes from Lucknow to Delhi, when it is going from Lucknow to Delhi, its number is 12003, Lucknow Swarna Shatabdi. But when the same train is coming from New Delhi to Lucknow, it is again Lucknow Swarna Shatabdi, but the number is different for the same train, and the number is 12004, so that there may not be any confusion. Right. That is the reason job code is there. so that there may not be any confusion. Job title including the job code. Next, significant characteristics of the job. What are the significant characteristics of the job? Right, what are the significant important characteristics of the job? Where is it located? The physical setting in which you need to work, supervision, union jurisdictions, and the hazards which are involved in the job. Okay, there are certain jobs which include certain hazards also. So significant includes the location of the job, right? Physical setting in which you are supposed to work, the degree of supervision, union restriction, what is the jurisdiction of trade union, whether what is the limit where the trade union can intervene, and obviously, right? So these are certain things that that you can get from the job analysis. Now, what the typical worker does, what a worker will be doing on that particular job, specific operations and tasks that are required to be task and assignments that are required to be task and operations that a worker is required to be do while he is on that particular job, assignments, the timings for completing those assignments, importance of assignments, the simplicity, routine or complex responsibilities which are involved with the job, and safety of others for safety measures that should be there with the job, trust and confidence which is necessary, right, in order for the successful discharge of that particular job, right? So these are some of the important informations that you will be getting out of job analysis, right? These are some of the broad informations or broad things that you will be getting about the job from job analysis. Now coming down to the next slide, let's see what materials and equipments you have to use while doing that particular job, right? What materials will you be dealing with and using along with the equipments while you are discharging that particular job, right? Like metals, plastics, yarns, milling machines, presses, etc. What you are going to use, how the job has to be performed, right? Nature of operations, etc. Right? How a job is performed, what method you will be using to perform that particular job, right? Now, nature of operations which are involved: lifting, handling, cleaning, washing, feeding or removing, drying, driving, setting up, etc. Right? Further, what personal attribute you require, what experience, training, apprenticeship, physical strength, coordination, dexterities, physical demands, mental capabilities, etc. Attitudes, social skills, etc. Right? Now, job relationships, experience, what do you require, opportunities for advancement with the job, patterns of promotions, essential cooperations, directions, and leadership for a particular job, right? Now, this is the particular information that you will be getting. These are the basic information or broad information that you will be getting out of job analysis, right? Now, some of these information relate to the job, while rest is concerned with the person who will be doing the job or the job holder. Some of these information that you have studied are directly related to the job, while other information is related to the person who is going to perform that particular job. I mean, the worker or the employee, right? The job requirements are known as job description, and qualities required to perform that particular job is known as job specification. So job analysis consists of two broad things. One is job description, another one is job specification. So what I said in job description, the requirements of a job are known as job description, and the qualities demanded from a worker to perform that particular job is known as job specification, right? Therefore, job description and job specification are the immediate byproducts of job analysis, right? Job analysis includes these two products, which are, or the job analysis consists of two broad things. One is job description and the another one is job specification, right? Job analysis emphasize on determining the principal duties of the job, the nature and skills required to perform these activities, the relation of the job with other jobs in the organization, right? Responsibilities involved in working conditions, purposes to describe and define distinctions among various jobs, right? Now, if we consider the emphasis placed upon accurate detailing of the human characteristics, physical and mental skills, personalities, traits, and so on, which are needed to perform that particular job, right? So all of these things we will be getting out of job specification, right? So job analysis consists of two broad things, job description and job analysis, and both of them are very necessary in order to understand that particular job, or in order to determine that which person will be suitable for a particular job. Moreover, job analysis also formulate a base for job evaluation. Job evaluation is a process by which we determine the salary or the wages for each and every job in the organization, right? Now, moving further, job analysis versus job design, right? What are the differences in between job analysis and job design? Let us see, right? You can expect a question on this job analysis versus job design, and another question which may be expected is on job description and job specification. So let us see the differences in between job analysis and job design, right? So how can we distinguish between job analysis and job design, right? Let's see the differences from point by point, right? Job design. If we talk about job design, it is the process of consideration of simplifying the job rotation, enlarging the job, right? These are the certain things of which job design consists of, right? But the personal desire, just where we were, right? So job design is a process in which we simplify the job. It includes job rotation, job enlargement, right? And determining relation in between the different types of job, right? That exists in the organization, right? Further, job design is a process which is required understanding and analysis of employees in the organization, right? But on the other hand, job analysis examine the task, duties, and responsibilities that are there in a particular job, right? So this constitute the first difference in between both of them. Now, in certain organizations where jobs are getting designed, a new right. Further, second, a new job is created and established in the organization, right? Now the job is changed significantly due to change in technology, methods, procedures, systems, etc. When the technology is changing, you need to change the method, you need to change the ways of doing job according to the technology, because different technologies demand different methods by with the help of which you may be able to perform that particular job, right? And no single method can be used in performing the job all the time because of the technological changes, right? Further, the organization is always thinking of revising or introducing new ways of salaries and wages, right? Like in the current situation of pandemic, the incentive systems of the various multinational companies has noticed a significant change, right? Now further, the managers of the employees may feel the managers of the organization may feel that there may exist certain inequities between job demands and the remuneration it carries, right? If the managers notice such kind of thing, then in such a situation, the review of wage and salary administration is required, right? Moving further, coming down to the job description, right? So let's see in detail what is job description, right? Job description is a statement which gives the job contents in the form of duties and responsibilities for a particular job, that what duties and responsibilities a particular job will consist of, right? Job description is prepared, and it is necessary to be prepared before the vacancy is advertised, so that you may be able to understand what roles and responsibilities a person is need to be performed in the job, and you may be able to take the candidate accordingly, right? It tells and brief about the nature and type of the job, right? Further, it emphasizes the job requirements, okay? The job description means a descriptive document which consists of job facts in an organized way. Job description is, its name is job description. It means it is the description of all the facts or all the requirements for a particular job, right? Now let us see what are those facts. Fine. Now, contents of job description, what job description broadly consists of, right? The contents of job descriptions may be summarized in the following points, right? The first point, job title or the name or title of the job title or the name of the job, right? It is very much necessary that job title should be short, definite, and suggestive of the nature of the job. Example, cashier, personal secretary, right, etc. Next is the job location. Location is the name of the department where the job exists, right? The third, job summary. Job summary is a short paragraph about the job which is summarizing the tasks that are to be performed by the employees who will be performing that particular job, right? Now moving further, fourth, duties to be performed on that particular job. Each and every task which are to be performed on that particular job should be listed properly. Each and every task that is required to be performed while you are on that particular job should be mentioned clearly, right? Fifth point, machines, tools, and equipments, right, that you will be using while you are handling that particular job or you are performing that particular job, right? It is also included in the job description. Now, this is necessary because these items are necessary to describe the complexities which are involved in the job, right? Sixth, relationship with other jobs, right? what is the relation of the job with other jobs should be described clearly, right? Which help to understand the nature of the job in the organization very well. Now, point number 7, working environment, working conditions in which hazards are there and other characteristics of the physical surroundings of the working area are there, which are described, so that the candidate may be able to understand the working conditions and the hazards which are there in the working conditions under which he is supposed to work, right? In order to support the candidate and understand this, and also in order to help those people who are doing the job evaluation, so that right salary or right amount of remuneration may be defined for that particular job. Now, moving further, job specification. Now, let us see what is job specification. Job specification is again a statement or a document which states that what are the minimum human qualities which are necessary to perform a particular job properly. The minimum human quality, the minimum qualification that are to be necessary in order to perform that particular job, right? It talks about the required specific qualifications or skills you need to have in order to perform a particular job, right? Job specification translate the job description into human qualifications required in order to perform that particular job successfully, right? It as the name suggests, specification, it talks about the specific qualities, skills, characteristics, experience, etc., that you need to have in order to perform a particular job, right? Moving further, the specific job specification is about number 1, educational qualification that you are required to have in order to perform the job, training and experience, right? Third is your physique and health you need to have in order to perform that particular job. Fourth, personality that you require to have in order to perform that particular job. Fifth, mental abilities that you need to have if you want to perform a particular job, right? Mental abilities that are needed to perform that particular job. Level of maturity you need to have in order to work on that particular job, right? The amount of creativity that you should be having in order to perform that job well, right? The aptitude, etc., that you need to have in order to perform that particular job well, right? So these are certain specifications, or these are certain job specifications you need to perform, you need to have in order to perform a particular job, right? Now, specifications are usually dependent on the job description, okay? Because what is the job, what is the kind of job, the kind of specification will vary accordingly, right? Specification serves as a guide for hiring, and they are also used in job evaluation. They serves as a torch so that we may be able to select the right person for the right job, and it also formulates job specification, also formulate a basis for job evaluation, right? When we are hiring, job specification serves as a guide, right? Particularly when we are hiring the candidate, job specification serves as a torch, particularly when we are looking for the characteristics in application blank, right? We are conducting the tests, we are taking the interviews, and finally we are selecting the candidate. Job specification always serves as a guiding force or as a lightning torch, right? Now, moving further, job specification versus job description. What are the differences in between job specification and job description, right? Job specification is a measuring rod of personal and its combined qualities required for acceptable performance of a particular job, right? Like form of education, etc., psychological attitudes, physical measurement, etc. Right? Job specification talks about the specific qualities that we need to have in order to perform that particular job. And job specification is determined on the basis of job description, because job description consists of all the details about the job, all the description about the job. Right? The qualities which are there in the job specification documents uh, are based on the job description, right? But the proper assessment of these qualities in job description, right, like job analysis, job holder and his supervisors, etc., is completely a product of job analysis, right? So I believe we had enough of discussion in relation to job description and job specification. So you just note down these differences, and I'm not going into detail of these differences, right? You just note them down, right? And I'll just skip it, right? Because we
Yes.
have discussed in detail the differences between job description and job specification, and we'll move on to the next topic, right? Now this is the specimen of job specification, right? What How the job specification is being made, right? Like job title, job number slash code, the specification is made in this fashion, right? Next, department, division, oblique section in which where the job exists, right? Job analysis, stage limit, report to which category, educational qualifications, skills, training, previous experiences, responsibilities for others, right? Benefits of job analysis information, right? What are the benefits for of job analysis information? First, human resource planning, right? Job analysis represent the qualitative aspect of human resource requirement, because it determines the requirement of job in terms of responsibilities and duties, and then translate them in terms of skills, qualities and other human attributes which are necessary in order to perform that particular jobs, right? It also tells us the number and kind of job qualification needed to fill in these jobs, right? It is with the help of job analysis by which we can determine what amount of work an average employee will be doing in a particular day, right? It also helps in division of work into different jobs, right? Our job is a particular job which is given to a particular worker is only a part of our job, right? Is not the entire job. Now, moving further, the second advantage, recruitment and selection, right? Job analysis is very much helpful in recruitment in selection, right? And why it is helpful? Because it is only with the help of job analysis we may be able to understand that how the jobs are to be performed, what skills are to be needed in order to perform a particular job, in terms of knowledge that should be possessed by the employees who should be working on those particular jobs, right? So this information about the knowledge and experience may be obtained from the jobs description and job specification, which are a part of job analysis, right? It helps in matching the job requirements with the workers aptitude abilities in order to have a right choice for a particular job, and in order to select the right person for a particular job, right? Now the third benefit, placement, right? With the understanding of the job requirements, we may easily be able to match the ability, skills and abilities of the people with the job, right? And each job can be and a particular job can be assigned to a particular person only when if it is matching, if the concerned person is having matching requirements of the job, right? In the similar manner, orientation program can be helpful to the employee in learning the activities and understanding the duties which they need to perform while on their job, right, effectively. Now the fourth point, training and development, right? Training and development programs are training and development programs are very important, and they are administered by training and by the human resource department of each and every organ, right? Here the training need assessment is an important point, right? Training and programs are organized from the by the human resource programs in order to help the employees to gain the knowledge in order to perform the task assigned to them effectively and efficiently, in order to minimize the wastage and in order to avoid any kind of accidents. The purpose of the training programs can be achieved if the employees are able to understand the job description and job specification completely, right? The employees are expected to perform their job well only when they are able to understand job description and job specification clearly, and they are properly trained in order to perform their job properly, right? The same job information is also useful for the people who are administering the training and development programs, because they will be formulating the training and development program accordingly, all right, on the basis of that particular information which they are getting from the job analysis, right? Now fifth point, job evaluation, right? Job evaluation, as we have already discussed, is determining the relative worth of the job in the organization in order to determine the remuneration for that particular job. It is the base for determining the compensation of the job, right? Job evaluation ensures that the required pay should be, or the deserving pay or remuneration should be decided for a particular job, right? In order to calculate the worth of the job, right, it can be done with the help of job description, because job description gives an entire description of the job, right? So on the basis of this, the worth of job may be realized or may be recognized or may be calculated, right? Sixth, performance appraisal. Performance of the employee is appraised objectively, right? Standards of performance are determined, and on the basis of those performance standards, the performance of the employees are appraised or measured, right? Job analysis data is helpful in establishing the standards of performance, right? While evaluating the performance of the employees, the supervisor can compare the actual contribution of the employee with the standard performance which is determined by the organization. So that so in order to understand that whether the employee actual performance is matching with the standard performance or not. Further, seventh point, employee counseling, right? Job analysis provides information about career choice and personal limitations also, right? This information is very helpful in vocational guidance and counseling of the employees who are not able to cope with the hazards and demands which are there with a particular job, right? Eighth point, job design, right? job analysis information is helpful in designing and redesigning of a particular job, right? Here the industrial manager through time and motion studies work specifications, work improvement and work measurement, design and redesign the job as and when it is needed, right? Ninth point, organizational design, right? Job analysis information is also useful in classifying the jobs and in creating interrelationship among the responsibilities and authorities, the responsibilities that are to be that are to be associated with a particular job, along with the authority which is needed in order to perform that, in order to discharge those particular responsibilities, right? Here the accountabilities for various jobs are also specific in order to minimize the overlapping or any kind of duplication, right? Whatever job you are doing, you are accountable for that particular job and not for any other part of that job, right? You are responsible, you are accountable only for that particular part of job for which on which you are doing, right? Now the 10th point, safety and health, right? Job analysis provides an opportunities to cover hazards and unhealthy environmental factors like heat, noise, fumes, etc., right? Because in case of manufacturing unit and industrial organizations, these are the things that to which employees are exposed to, right? Which may be like health hazard for the employee in the long run. So necessary provisions in related to the health and safety is determined on the basis of job analysis here, right? Corrective measures thus are required in order to minimize the chances of risk, right? And this safety and health issues are considered at the time of job analysis itself, right? So this is about job analysis, job description and job specification. All right.